Hollywoodland, Jewish Founders and the Making of a Movie Capital traces the history of filmmaking in Los Angeles all the way back to the beginning and spotlights the Jewish founders of the Hollywood studio system. So these two stories, they're not the same story, but they are intertwined. And the way we think about how they go together is this idea of the two Hollywoods. There is the physical, geographical place of Los Angeles, and there's the mythological symbol of Hollywood that's come to represent American filmmaking all around the world. There was filmmaking in Los Angeles before the Jewish founders established the studio system, but it was the establishment of the studio system that turned Los Angeles into Hollywood. When filmmaking first came to Los Angeles, it was very makeshift. There were a lot of independent productions on a very DIY basis, and we are featuring a lot of those independent producers in the exhibition. When we're talking about the studio system, we are talking about just a handful of studios that came to dominate the whole industry. Each of these studios had artists under contract and a very distinct personality and house style. They dominated the industry by not only producing, but also distributing and showing the films. We are telling the personal narratives of several of the studio heads, such as Louis B. Mayer of MGM, Adolph Zucker and Jesse Lasky of Paramount, Carl Laemmle of Universal, Harry Cohn of Columbia, Harry and Jack Warner of Warner Brothers, and William Fox of Fox. All of these studio heads had distinct personalities and priorities that shaped the movies that were made by their studios. But they also had a lot in common as Jewish immigrants or the children of Jewish immigrants in a dominant culture of anti-Semitism. They were treated as outsiders. There was this baseless fear that they posed a threat to the American way of life. And the irony is that this group of Jewish immigrants are actually defining the vision of American life by projecting their own American dream onto movie screens. At its heart, the founding of Hollywood is a Jewish immigrant story, and there are many facets of this story that are specific to that community, but it also speaks to a larger universal immigrant story. These are important stories to tell. One of the guiding principles of the museum is to contextualize and challenge dominant narratives around cinema. And Hollywoodland tells the story of how pervasive anti-Semitism in the first half of the 1900s shaped the future of Hollywood. Understanding all forms of oppression in the past can inform us as we look towards the future. This is a foundational story of Los Angeles and the film industry, so we have decided to make it our first permanent exhibition. With Hollywoodland, we want to do something only a movie museum in LA can do, which is give our visitors the very tangible sense that they're standing right in the middle of this history and give them the tools to keep exploring even after they leave our doors.